Once I've established rhythm and tempo with the athletes, to me that's first and foremost. This can be just done in your general prep and your warm-up. After your corrective exercises, however you want to do it. When we take it into more of our wall drill positions, I'm going to have you lean right up here. I think this might be a pretty good vantage point, so just follow right there. So Scott's going to get into a lean, and first and foremost is I look for alignment from ear all the way down to ankle, hips slightly forward. From this position, I'm going to have Scott punch forward. Punch right knee forward. So the number one thing that athletes want to do in this position is they want to drive the knee up higher into flexion. Good, back down. Other side. But the other thing they want to do is they want to punch the knee so high, what do they end up doing? They end up posteriorly tilting the pelvis. Go ahead and bring it back down. When you posteriorly tilt the pelvis, I said it before, as posture dictates function, joint position dictates muscle function. If I take the hips and I put them into a posterior tilt, I've just lost the mechanical advantage of the glutes. So I need to make sure that the up limb recovers within the optimal range of motion. That's why that's so stinking important. Make sure that the glutes are doing their job. So the other issue is I want them to understand that this punch is forward. It's not up. It's not vertical. Most of our athletes do these drills, and if we do put them on a wall, they're too high, they don't have their lean, and when they punch the knee vertical, guess where they have to drive? Straight down. We don't want our athletes to drive straight down, we want them to drive back. What do we know what happens if they drive straight down? They pop straight up. Just like the gentleman, I think he was maybe Blue Jays, I don't know. But he had a really wide stance, and then he took his step. Where did he have to go? He had to go vertical. He had to go vertical. Still fast as can be, no doubt, but he had to go vertical based on where he set himself up and where he produced his force. So as the athlete's showing good competency here, we'll go right leg up, and then we'll go into just a marching tempo. Just go ahead and march. Yeah. Good, hips forward a little more. And I'll come around, I'll hit them in the trunk, making sure that they're engaged. I always say shoulders depressed, abs braced, punch forward, drive back. Good, and the heels slightly off the ground. And making sure that when you implement these drills that they're not burying the heels, however, that they're not plantar flexed either. So go plantar flexed. When you come down on the next one, yeah. So, yeah. When they're plantar flexed, what happens at rest? When they go plantar flex on their ground strike, what have you just done? You shorten a tissue that actually wants to be elongated for propulsion. So we want to make sure that we're teaching it exactly how we want the tissue to actually respond to ground forces. So once they've shown me a good competency, I think the march is actually a good way for them to get consistency on where to strike back. Then I take them into a 1 count. Look at my position. Do you know how many coaches right now would tell me, get your foot up higher? A lot of coaches. I was one of those coaches. You gotta get that foot up. No, I don't. I have parents coming in to me all the time going, you know what, so-and-so is pretty fast, but God, his first few steps barely picks up his feet. Yeah, because he's doing it right. More force, less time. It's got to be optimal to where we're at in our phase of our run. So right now, my foot's not very high off the ground, and I'm driving back. I'm creating the appropriate angles to attack.